they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the boys,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm slacking over here, man. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Camelot Bowl. Second time this week we have been here, and the third time in the last 2 weeks we have been here. We were here Monday for a little Lady Kahawks bowling action. Today we are going to be covering the boys' side of things as Collegeville gets ready to take on Belleville East. And welcome once again into the pregame show brought to you today by LC's Pub in Caseyville. LC's Pub. Great food, great drinks, and great service served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street, located there in Caseyville, right caddy corner from Kahok Stadium. You can give them a call for carry-out orders, some of that yummy food, 618-855-9007. All right, the Kahawks come into this contest at 2-3 on the year. Belleville East comes in at 3-2. One of Belleville East's wins and one of Collegeville's losses were against one another. That was at Belleville East over at Bel Air Bowl in the early portions of the season. So Collegeville trying to exact a little bit of revenge here. Of course, you might have heard me talk about Monday, that the boys and the girls bowled in the Abe Lincoln Invite up in Springfield, and the girls finished in second place in the girls division, and the boys, they finished in fourth place. They were only beat by O'Fallon, who finished in third, Muscuda, who finished in second, and Salem, who finished first overall. Collegeville ended up 720 pins behind the leader, and their fifth game was the best game of that night when they took care of 1,002 pins. Every other game was over 900, so they didn't do too bad, but when Salem bowls every single game in the thousands, except for that fifth game, they bowled a 963, then you're going to have a big difference to make up. 6,505 pins total for Salem, and Collinsville knocked down 6,271. So we'll see if Collinsville can get back on the winning track, because when we were here Monday against Alton covering the girls, the boys lost. They lost, I believe, 11 of the 15 head-to-head matches, and they lost all 3 games during that match. So they'll see if they can straighten things out here. Hayden LeDrew was the only one who finished in the top 30 for Collinsville in that Triad Boys Invitational. He finished in 11th place, and he ended up 205 pins behind the leader. That was Connor Lunning of O'Fallon, who ended up knocking down 1,464 pins. LeDrew 1,259, and you average in all of those 6 games, and Hayden's average was 209, while the young man from O'Fallon averaged 244. So he had himself a whale of a day, and I can't believe that O'Fallon ended up finishing in 3rd place in that thing with those kinds of numbers. So that's where we stand right now. And wouldn't you know it, that Bowl.com has decided to change up their format. So no longer are they listing the individual averages, high game, and high series. They just have the averages on here. So no high games and no high series to talk about. So let's look at Belleville East for just a moment. Right now, the leader in the average department is Connor Becker-Pacina. He is averaging a 204. He is the only one that is averaging over 200. Got a couple of close ones in there as well as Braden Walla is averaging a 197. For Collinsville, they got a couple of guys averaging 200 or a little bit better, and just a little bit better. Hayden LeDrew, who I just spoke of, leads the Collinsville Kahawks with an average of 202. Jacob Taylor, the senior, right behind him, as he is averaging a 201. So we'll see if Collinsville can create a little bit of space here. All right, Belleville East is coached by Marcus Berger. He is in his 12th year as the head coach at Belleville East. He has a record of 149 wins and 58 losses. 11 times he has guided his Belleville East Bowlers to state. 5 times they are sectional champions, and 3 times they are regional champions. Sean Hay is the head coach of both the boys and the girls teams for Collinsville. He is in his 24th year, and on the boys side, he has a record of 214 wins and 99 losses. So we're hoping Collinsville can pull out a victory tonight, and they can do that 100th loss somewhere else. All right. 13 times the boys team has qualified for state. 5 times they have been crowned regional champions. 7 times sectional champions, and they took 3rd place in the state of Illinois all the way back in the 2002-2003 season. And just in case you didn't know, Eli Hay, the coach's son, has kind of taken over the boys team this year. So that is who we are going to talk to. We're going to do that here in just a little bit as the LC's Pub pregame show rolls on here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC, 618-960-9346 or online at chapmantruckingllc.net. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network as we're covering the Kahok boys bowling team today here at Camelot Bowl as they get ready to take on Belleville East. Joining us now is the boys head coach, Eli. Hey, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm hanging in there, man. So you settling into your new role as the boys head coach?
Yeah, we're getting it figured out. Coming through a little bit of adversity this last few weeks. We dropped matches to O'Fallon, Alton, and then we dropped another one to Belleville East earlier in the year. But we're starting to turn around. We're starting to iron out the lineup. Just a lot of young players. We want to spread the opportunity and the chances among everybody. So just a lot of players cycling in and out of the lineup, trying to figure out the five that are going to fit and give us the best look.
Have you always wanted to get into coaching in the bowling world, or is this something that you just kind of happened the last couple of years?
It kind of just happened. Coach Joe Lejeune down at the middle school 2 years ago needed an assistant coach that season, and my work schedule just happened to fit at that time, so I went down and helped him and ended up loving it. And yeah, I mean, I've been following those bowlers that I first coached, and now they're in high school, so moved up, and
it happens, man.
Now I'm here with them.
Yeah. All right, let's go backwards in time. Tell me a little bit about the experience in the Abe Lincoln Invitational in Springfield last week.
Yeah. It was a good opportunity to see where we stand right now against the best in this, because we're lucky this year to have the best three teams in the state in our backyard with O'Fallon, Salem, and Mascoutah. So it gives us a good look at where we are, how far back we are from getting to that level. We saw a shot we haven't really seen all year, so we struggled to hit it pretty early, but as the day went on, we started finding our groove and getting a little more comfortable with it and finding what we needed to do there.
Yeah, and sophomore Hayden LeDrew led the way. He had the best finish of all your guys.
Yeah, and good tournament for him. He's been struggling this year finishing tournaments. He's always had a good first three games, but the back three usually trail off, with the sixth being his worst. But he stayed consistent through the back three, and yeah, just had an all-around good tournament. Just a lot better than where we were before with like I said, just having a really good first half and then falling off the second half. Him staying consistent through 6 games, just a nice turnaround to see.
All right, I was here Monday covering the girls against Alton. You guys were here as well. Didn't go too well Monday for the boys.
No, we came in here, saw a shot that we really haven't seen all year. I mean, the back ends were just flying. We could not get far enough left. I mean, we just kept moving, and everything just kept going up high on the lane. So I think we just got caught behind the shot that we saw and just never really got ahead of it.
All right, got Belleville East here this afternoon, a team you've already played at their place. Give me your kind of synopsis of that first experience.
Yeah, Belleville East is always going to have a good team. They've always got a good program over at Bel Air Bowl. They've always got plenty of bowlers. The coaching staff's good. It's always going to be a good team to face. You can't lie down against them. You have to bring your best no matter what. We're definitely better as a varsity lineup, 1 to 5, than we were at that point. We put a lot more work and focus on certain aspects since then, so we should have a much better, much closer match than it was earlier.
Thanks for the visit, man. Come and see me after
Absolutely.
that third game, all right?
Absolutely, thank you.
All right, thank you. That is Eli Hay, the head coach of the boys team. We will take our last break here on the LC's Pub pregame show, and when we come back, we'll hope to have some bowling for you. We're covering the boys today, Collinsville versus Belleville East, and we're back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive, cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And, just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium-sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Once again, welcome back to Camelot Bowl. My name is Todd Duke. Glad that you are with us here on what is today, Wednesday already? I don't even know, man. I have games every day this week. I got more coming up tomorrow. Hockey tomorrow. Excuse me, more basketball for you on Friday. So it's been a busy week. Well, at the same time, trying to get some Christmas shopping done as well. Luckily for me, I've done most of it online, but I still got a few things I've got to get, and I just got to find some time to squeeze it in there. All right, the boys, if you will look at the wall out front, you have three big blue bowling balls on the wall. Right in the middle, that's where we're going to be, and that is lane 25, and that is Connor Becker-Pacina, who threw down 25, and here is Jacob Taylor down 26, and each of them leave a pin. Connor Becker-Pacina leads off for Belleville East, followed by Travis Young, a sophomore. Pacina is a junior. Braden Walla is a senior. He'll be in the middle of the lineup. Austin Yates is the number 4 bowler. He's a senior. And the anchor bowler for Belleville East is Josh Mellenschlatter, and he is a junior. And Jacob Taylor trying to pick up that 7 pin. Becker-Pacina got his spare, and that's the way we start. Each team starts off with a spare. Jacob Taylor will be followed by Shane Box, a sophomore. In case I didn't mention it, Taylor is a senior. Box, the sophomore. Jace Coates, the junior, in the number 3 hole. Daniel Wilde, the junior, and the number 4 spot. And Hayden LeDrew, the sophomore, is in the anchor spot for Collinsville. Now is Travis Young over on 25. He has got the old 4-7-6-10 split going on over there. Here is Travis Young on 26 for Collinsville, as he averages a 200 on the year. And he got a strike to start off. Or excuse me, Shane Box, 169 on the year. Looking at the wrong side of the paper. I think I mentioned that Connor Becker-Pacina was the only one averaging 200 or better for Belleville East, but I was wrong, because Travis Young, who just left 3 pins up there, averages 200. But he had that double split over on 25, and there's pretty much no way around that. So after the strike by Box, here is Jace Coates for Collinsville on 26. He lets it go, coming in nice and tight, and another strike, back-to-back strikes for Collinsville's Box and Coates. Here is Braden Walla, excuse me, and he has a wobbly 6-pin that stays up over on 25. Varsity girls are right next to the boys on 27 and 28, so we'll keep our eye on them as well. You can see them on your screen also. The JV boys are playing to the left of the varsity boys, and the JV girls are playing to the right of the varsity girls. Here for Collinsville is Daniel Wilde. Wilde, the junior, averaging 195. He leaves up 1 pin. And Braden Walla, the senior, who averages 197 for Belleville East, trying to pick up that 6-pin for a spare, and he will. So far, just 1 open frame in the early going here in this first frame, and that was Travis Young, but can't blame him there with a 7-4-6-10 split. Not a lot you can do with that. Glad that you're with us. Second time here this week. We won't be back until the first week of January. Here is Austin Yates, who averages a 194. He's a senior for Belleville East, and he picks up a strike. So the first strike in the first frame for the Lancers. And now Daniel Wilde will try to pick up his 8-pin on 26. And he will. Straight as an arrow on that shot. Here is Josh Mullenschlatter on 25, averages a 190. He's a junior, and back-to-back strikes to close out the first frame for Belleville East. Hayden LeDrew averaging that 202. The sophomore lets it rip down 26. Trying to get that one in there, but it never hit the head pin, and he'll have a little bit of a mess to clean up there. Has the head pin plus the 2, 8, and the 10. So the 8, the sleeper pin. So each team with 2 strikes in the first frame. Each team with 2 spares in the first frame. Belleville East has an open frame, and we're going to see if Hayden LeDrew can keep that from happening to Collinsville here as he readies himself down 26. And it is on the way. That one looks pretty good. Got that sleeper pin, but couldn't do anything about the 10. So each team with 2 strikes, each team with 2 spares, and each team with an open frame in that first frame. And right now, Collinsville has a 2-pin lead at 49-47. And that was the result of Travis Young leaving up 3 with his double split. Here's Jacob Taylor down 25 as we get underway in frame 2, and the only thing left is the 10-pin. Now Connor Becker-Pacina, the junior for Belleville East, will see what he can do over here on 26. It's on the way and did not really come in and hit that head pin in the perfect spot. Did hit it, but left up a couple of pins. Here's Jacob Taylor going for that 10-pin over on 25 with the orange ball, and he'll take care of that one. So back-to-back spares to start off. Same score, 9 spare for Taylor. Becker-Pacina on 26, trying to make it back-to-back spares as well, and he will. Shane Box over on 25 for Collinsville. It's ready for his second frame action. That's on the way. He's got that nice purple ball, and one of those pins moved. And we'll see if that messes up the pin setter. No, it does not. Here's Travis Young, who got the unfortunate double split. This time he finishes them all off with a strike. That's the way to stay away from a split, man. Knock all 10 down at once. 2 and the 8 pin remain for Shane Box over on 25. First, it'll be Braden Walla on 26 for Belleville East. He'll leave up the 4 and the 7. Shane Box has a sleeper to deal with on 25. Here is that try, and he is going to hit the head pin. The 2 pin went, 8 pin stayed. So a spare followed by a open frame for Shane Box. Walla for Belleville East on 26. Nice movement on that ball to pick up that spare. Here is Jace Coates for Collinsville. Picked up a strike in the first frame, trying for back-to-back here, and he will. Austin Yates on 26 for the Lancers. And down 26 it goes. And another strike. Had a spare in his first frame, or excuse me, back-to-back strikes for him as well. Daniel Wilde on 25. He'll have a split to deal with. Not the double split, but nevertheless, a split. Josh Mullenschlatter on 26 now for Belleville East. 2 strikes and 2 spares so far in this frame for the Lancers. And 1 pin stand, so could be 2 strikes and 3 spares, depending on what young Mr. Mullenschlatter does. Meanwhile, Daniel Wilde has a bit of a mess to clean up over there. He has the 4 and the 7 on the left-hand side and the 9 on the right-hand side. And his try on 25 coming your way right now. And takes out the 2 on the left side, no problem at all. Always you just kind of hope for a bounce off the wall, and trying to pick up the rest of those is on 26. Mullenschlatter takes care of his spare. And now Hayden LeDrew on 25, the last bowler here in this second frame. It's on the way. He's looking for something good, but he is left with 4. Had the only open frame in the first frame. Same start, knocked down 6 in the first. He's knocked down 6 here in the second. A little more bunched up this time, though. And LeDrew down 25. Get that thing in there. There you go. Spare will end the second frame. And after 2 complete frames in the book, Collinsville now trails by 1 pin, 133 to 132. Here is Jacob Taylor quickly on 26 to start the third. There's the strike, first one for Jacob Taylor as he had a spare his first 2 trips up. There is Becker Pacina, and he'll have another little bit of a mess down there to deal with. Left up 4 pins, 1, 2, 4, and then the 10. Shane Box on 26, bowling next to his female varsity counterparts. Ball on the way. And almost left with a split, but thankfully that 7 pin fell down last. Or else he would have had a bit of a mess to clean up as well. Over on 25, 1 pin left up there for Becker Pacina. And after 2 spares in the first and the second, he has an open frame here in the third. Shane Box has 1 pin to deal with. And here's his go around. And he barely got that one. Travis Young on 25, and he'll leave up 3. Right now, the varsity girls have a lead. They're in the middle of their third frame, just as we are over here with the boys. Here's Jace Coates for Collinsville down 26. Too much head pin there. Kind of went to the left at the last second. Travis Young on 25 trying to pick up that spare, and he will. And Jace Coates trying to pick up his spare as well over here on 26. And move. There you go. Move to the left at the last second as well, and looked like for a minute there he was going to be off to the right of that lead pin. Here is Brandon Walla on 25. He'll leave up the 10 pin. Now Daniel Wilde for Collinsville on 26. Wilde lets it fly. And the same pin setup that Coates had. A 3, 6, and the 10 remain. As we approach the end of 3, this is a very tight contest thus far. Wilde. He's ready. Boys seem a little bit more deliberate in their actions here this afternoon, and Wilde only got the 1 pin, so a open frame, back-to-back open frames for Wilde. Here is Austin Yates for Belleville East with a strike on 25. He has a turkey. And Hayden LeDrew steps up to 26. Last bowler, the anchor bowler for Collinsville. And it is looking good, and a strike there. Josh Mullenschlatter down 25 for Belleville East. Last bowler here in the third. He'll pick up a strike as well. And at the end of 3 frames in the books, Collinsville trailing 236 to 217. Girls are all finished as well, and the girls are up 246 to 235, an 11-pin lead for them after 3 frames. As both teams ready to start the 4th frame here, so these two teams kind of neck and neck right now. Here's Jacob Taylor on 25 for Collinsville. He'll leave up the 6 and the 10 pin. Connor Becker-Pacina on 26 for Belleville East is ready to go. He stands all the way back to the edge. And he got that curve going in there and picks up a strike. His first strike here in this first match. First game, Jacob Taylor trying to pick up a spare. He will not. Only the 10 pin goes down. Taylor's first open frame after a spare strike start in the first 3. Shane Box over on 25 will go before Travis Young does on 26. And here is the try by Mr. Box on 25 with his purple ball. He has a little bit of a split to deal with. Travis Young wastes no time on 26. He lets it rip, and he'll pick up a strike. That is his second. Had one in the second, and now here in the 4th. Shane Box has 2 pins to set up. Jace Coates is next. A little bit of a split going on here for Shane Box. And he'll just pick up the 10 pin as well. Braden Walla on 26 for Belleville East. Comes in with a nice approach. That had a nice move on it. His first strike here in this first game as well. Now Jace Coates steps up to 25 for the Kahawks. And it's on the way. Comes in just a little bit too much and hit the right side of that head pin. Austin Yates hits a strike, and he has started off with 4 straight strikes to begin this first game of the day. scheduled for 3. Coates. Everybody for Belleville East has picked up a strike here in this 4th frame. Josh Mullenschlager, he's due up next. Collinsville, they have a couple of open frames here. Back-to-back until that spare by Coates. So here is Josh Mullenschlager trying to pick up 5 straight strikes here in this 4th frame for Belleville East. And he will not. He'll leave one up. Daniel Wilde for Collinsville on 25. He'll pick up a strike. That is his first strike after back-to-back open frames that followed his first frame spare. Speaking of spare, Mullenschlager for Belleville East on 26 picks his up. And now Hayden LeDrew on lane 25 for Collinsville. Try to give Collinsville back-to-back strikes here before we head into the 5th, and he'll leave up the 10. So he'll try to pick up a spare before we move on to the 5th frame. I've been wearing these headphones a lot this week, and my ears are paying the price. Cushions are too thin on these things, man. Need thicker cushions so it stays off of the actual ear and just surrounds the ear, but can only get what they have for sale. Nice spare pickup over there. 4th frame is complete. Collinsville goes into the 5th frame, trailing by 27 pins, 326 to 299. Girls are going into their 5th as well. Collinsville, the lead is shrunk down to 3 pins, 335 to 332. Here is Jacob Taylor on 26 with a strike. Need him to do that a little bit more often to have a chance here tonight. Connor Becker-Pacina on 25. For Belleville East, he'll leave up 1. See if Collinsville can pick up some strikes in a row. Taylor successful. Shane Box steps up on 26, ready to give it a try. And he will. Back-to-back strikes by Taylor and Box. Here is Becker-Pacina trying to pick up his spare on 25, and he will do that. Jace Coates on 26, looking to make it a team turkey here in the 5th frame. Coates lets it go. And how about 3 straight strikes to start off the 5th frame for Collinsville, a team turkey. Travis Young leaves up the 10 pin for the Lancers on lane 25. So Collinsville rolling through the order here this frame like Belleville East did the last frame. Here is Daniel Wilde trying to make it 4 in a row. That's what Belleville East had in that 4th frame. Collinsville looking for it here in the 5th, and that looks pretty good. Oh, left up the 4. Travis Young trying to take care of the 10. He throws it right onto the right side. It goes into the gutter at the last possible moment. And that is the 2nd open frame for Travis Young for the Lancers. Brandon Walla on 25 for the Lancers. He'll leave up 2. 3 and the 6 pin remain. Wilde trying to take care of that 8 pin. And here is that effort. 2 straight, never did move. So an open frame after 3 straight strikes to start the 5th for Collinsville. Walla on 25 trying to pick up his spare. He will. And now Hayden LeDrew on 26 for Collinsville will be the last bowler for the Kahawks here in the 5th. And it's on the way. Curve in there. And that 7 pin wouldn't go down. It did move. Awfully close to falling off the edge over there, but it stays up. Well, it looks like the machine gave him credit for a strike, so they'll have to fix that. Meanwhile, Austin Yates over on 25 will go. He'll leave up 1 pin. And I don't think that LeDrew didn't know that the computer messed up his ball, so he was up there ready to go, and they have to fix that first. Meanwhile, Austin Yates on 25 will try to pick up his 8 pin. He does. Now everything's fixed over here for LeDrew, and he'll try to pick up his spare with the 7 pin left, and that one's heading toward the gutter. Oh, barely got it, man, just before it fell in. That thing barely, you can see the look on his face as he walked back. That camera caught that expression greatly. Here is Josh Mullenschlatter on 25, the final bowler in frame number 5, and he'll have a split. And a lot of pins left in that split. 5 of them. 4 in the 7 over on 25, and then the 6, 9, 10 over on the right side. Right, the more pins you got, the better chance you have to get that split taken care of, right? Let's find out together. Here is Mullenschlatter's try on 25. Nice job. Had that 9 pin slide on over, but unfortunately for him, it slid right behind the 7 pin instead of going over there and maybe knocking it into the 4. So after 5 in the books, 426 for Belleville East and 376 for Collinsville. Girls have already started their 6th frame. There is Taylor, and back-to-back strikes for Jacob Taylor. He has 3 strikes, 2 spares, and an open so far in his first 6. Becker Pacina on 26 for Belleville East. He'll have a strike. That's his 2nd. No open frames for him so far. 3 spares. Oh, yes, he does. Open frame in the 3rd. 3 spares, 2 strikes, and an open. Shane Box on 25 now for Collinsville. And how about another strike? Same start that we had in the 5th, we have in the 6th. Here's Travis Young on 26. He'll leave up the 6 and the 10. Jace Coates on 25 now for Collinsville. And how about back-to-back-to-back strikes, a team turkey for the 2nd frame in a row. Travis Young takes care of his spare for the Lancers on 26. That'll bring up Brandon Walla. First, Daniel Wilde. Wilde looking for his 2nd strike here in this first game. The junior lets it go on 25. There we go. 4 straight strikes to start off this 6th frame for Collinsville. Here is Walla for the Lancers on 26. He'll miss the head pin and leave up the 1, 2, and the 4. And now Hayden LeDrew will see if he can make it a 5-strike 6th frame for Collinsville. And here is that try on 25. There we go. How about that? 5 straight strikes here in the 6th. And Collinsville has 8 strikes out of their last 10 players. And Walla leaves a pin up. That'll help Collinsville. As Collinsville, with 5 straight strikes, breezed through that 6th frame, so Belleville East has to catch up. Here is Austin Yates down 26. And he'll leave one up. So Yates has to deal with the 4 pin. Here is that try by Yates. Heading in the right direction. He's got that one. So Josh Mullenschlatter, the junior, will close things out here in the 6th. Ladies just finished up with the 6th. Nope, they have one more bowler to go. Never mind. Here is Mullenschlatter on 26. That one needs to move. It does at the last second. And that 10 pin moved on over, almost fell off, but it stays up. Collinsville's going to still be trailing here at the end of this frame, despite 5 straight strikes here in the 6th and 8 strikes out of their last 10 players. Mullenschlatter picks up that 10 pin. We head to frame number 7, and Collinsville trails 501 to 466. Girls, they're up 519. Oh, excuse me, they're down now. 544 to 519. Jacob Taylor on 26 now for Collinsville. That ball has a lot of movement on it, and how about a turkey for Taylor? And over on 25, Becker Pacina leaves up 3, including a sleeper pin. Shane Box, that's now 6 strikes in a row for Collinsville as a team. We'll see if Shane Box can keep it going. He's also looking for a turkey, trying to match Jacob Taylor here. That one's in a guy's spot. There we go. Collinsville has picked it up here after a little bit of a slow start. 7 straight strikes for the Kahawks. 10 out of their last 12. There is Travis Young on 25 for Belleville East. He'll leave up 1. Jace Coates, he is also looking for a turkey. Back-to-back turkeys by Taylor and Box. We'll see if Coates can follow suit. That ball moves in there, and there you go. How about that? Taylor, Box, and Coates all with turkeys here. And Collinsville has 8 straight strikes. And 11 out of their last 13. Travis Young trying to pick up his spare. He does. Daniel Wilde picked up a strike in that 5th frame, as did everyone else. We'll try to make it back-to-back strikes and a little doublé. There he is down 26. And that one looks good. Oh, boy. Collinsville's on fire now. Walla on 25 picks up a strike of his own. Got the sour taste of an open frame out of his mouth. All right, Hayden LeDrew trying to make it back-to-back frames with 5 straight strikes for Collinsville. Here is that throw down 26. Get in there. There you go. Back-to-back frames, the 6th and the 7th, with nothing but strikes for the Kahawks. There is Austin Yates. He'll leave up the 10 pin. The girls over on lane 27 just picked up 5 straight strikes in frame number 7 as well. So the Kahawk bowling department's got it going on right now. Collinsville's going to have a lead after this frame. And the spare try falls off the edge there for Yates. And Josh Mullenschlatter will step up on 25 to see if he can stop the bleeding. Spare, strike, and then an open for Belleville East here in this 7th frame. Mullenschlatter seeing if he can put up an X on the board. Here is that try on 25 to end the 7th, and that's a strike. And the 7th frame comes to a close. And Collinsville does have a lead at 596 to 588 after all the strikes that the Kahawks have thrown. 10 straight over the 6th and the 7th frame. You go back to the 5th frame, and they have 13 out of 15 possible strikes in the 5th, 6th, and the 7th. Here is Becker Pacina on 26 to get frame number 8 started here for Collinsville. And he'll leave up 1. Here is Jacob Taylor looking for 4 in a row on 25. Already has a 300 game this year. How about 4 in a row for Jacob Taylor? And 11 strikes in a row for Collinsville as a team. Becker Pacina on 26 picks up his spare. Here is Shane Box trying to keep the strike machine going here for Collinsville. Lady Kahok streak ended at 6 straight strikes. There it is, and that's going to end it. 11 straight. That was a pretty good run there by the Kahawks. Very impressive. And over here is Travis Young. He'll pick up a strike on 26. Now Shane Box trying to at least pick up the spare. Over here on 25. He will. See if we can fire the strike machine back up here as Jace Coates will come up. But first, Braden Walla on 26 for Belleville East. He'll pick up a strike. Strikes all over the place here, man. Jace Coates, the junior, on 25 for Collinsville. He is working on 4 straight strikes as well. Jacob Taylor got his, and there you go. Jace Coates with 4 straight. Shane Box had his turkey interrupted with a spare. Here is Austin Yates for Belleville East. He'll pick up a strike, so the Lancers not going away. This is going to be a close game as we are almost finished with the 8th. 4 straight strikes to finish the 8th frame for Belleville East after Becker Pacina picked up a spare to begin frame number 8. Here is Daniel Wilde. He's looking for a turkey. And here's his try on 25. That looks, well, almost a double split, but instead it's just going to be the 4 and the 6 that stand in his way. Easier to do than the 7 and the 10, but not saying it's easy by any stretch. Wilde on 25. No, you can't use 2 balls. Ambidextrous, you may be, but one at a time, kids, one at a time. Wilde on 25. Here is that effort. He'll take out 1. And that'll bring up Hayden LeDrew. LeDrew, the last bowler to bowl here in the 8th frame. Girls are already into the 9th. Funny how that works out. When I cover the girls, the boys are ahead. And I cover the boys, the girls are ahead. LeDrew working on a turkey himself. Down 25. Well, moved just a little bit too much to the right and left up a couple. Girls are a couple bowlers into their 9th. Hayden LeDrew has 1 more throw before we head to the 9th. Here is LeDrew, and he will pick up his spare. And after 8 frames in the books, Collinsville up now 738 to 677. Layla Jaoko with a turkey herself. Nicely done. Here is Jacob Taylor Taylor looking for 5 in a row, and there it is. 5 straight for Jacob Taylor. Already has a 300 game this year. That came at Bel Air Bowl. Connor Becker-Pacina over on 25 now for Belleville East to begin their half of the 9th. And how about another strike? Shane Box on 26 now. Well, he didn't like the way things felt, so he'll step off, and Travis Young will go first on 25 for the Lancers. He's looking for back-to-back strikes. And how about back-to-back strikes? Now Box will let Livia Montgomery go on 27. She's trying to pick up a 10 pin that she left behind. I watched that one go down. That was a pretty good hit. Sometimes there's no rhyme nor reason why a pin stays standing, but it does. All right. Here is Shane Box on 26. And he will leave up the 10 as well. Braden Walla on 25 for the Lancers. He'll pick up a strike, so the Lancers are starting to pour it on late. 3 straight strikes for them here in this frame. Matter of fact, you go back to the last frame, and they now have 7 straight strikes. Collinsville had 11 straight before they finally got taken care of. They had 14 of a possible 15 as well. 13 of 15, excuse me. Box picks up his spare. And Austin Yates on 25 makes it 4 straight strikes for Belleville East. That is now 8 strikes in a row for the Lancers. So Collinsville had the lead, but Belleville East is coming back. Get over, get over. Yeah, there you go. Nicely done there by Daniel Wilde, and he now has 5 in a row. Or excuse me, that was Jace Coates with 5 in a row. Wilde coming up next. Mullenschlatter, he'll take care of another strike. And the Lancers, all strikes in the 9th, almost all strikes in the 8th. The first bowler, Becker-Pacina, got a spare in the 8th. Other than that, Belleville East has 9 straight strikes now. Collinsville had 11 in the 6th and the 7th. 1 more in the 9th. Before it finally came to a close. And here is Daniel Wilde on 26. See if he can pick it back up after he got left with a split. He does so. Collinsville with back-to-back strikes here in this frame. 3 strikes and a spare. And now Hayden LeDrew will see if he can keep this pressure up. Collinsville's still going to have a lead, but I'm telling you what, it's going to be tight as we head here into the 10th frame. LeDrew down 26 to end the 9th. And how about another strike? Strikes flying everywhere here tonight. After 9 frames in the book, Collinsville up 847 to 797. Everybody but Shane Box with a strike in that frame for Collinsville. Everyone with a strike in the 9th frame for Belleville East. Girls are already into their 10th frame. 1 bowler complete on each side. Here is Jacob Taylor on 25 now for Collinsville. Looking for 6 straight strikes. And here is that try. There you go. 6 straight. Here is Connor Becker-Pacina on 26. He'll take a strike as well. Back-to-back strikes for Becker-Pacina. Jacob Taylor looking for 7 straight strikes here. Taylor, his first extra ball here in the 10th on 25. It's on its way. And another strike, 7 in a row. Becker Pacina trying to keep up. And he'll leave up the 10. Last throw of the first game for Jacob Taylor, down 25. And how about 8 straight strikes for Taylor to end number 1. And he ends up with a 247 in this first game. Here is Becker Pacina's final throw. He'll pick up a spare, and he will end up with a 191. So Jacob Taylor will win the head-to-head matchup. Now Travis Young over on 26. Nope, he changed his mind. Now some nice scores going on here in the girls, too. A couple of them already over 200. So Shane Box is going to throw first on 25 since Travis Young changed his mind about which ball he wanted to use. And Box looking for a turkey as he starts the 10th. And he'll leave up 1. Travis Young down 26. He'll take a strike. And he now has a turkey. Sorry, Shane Box was working on back-to-back spares. I was looking at the wrong screen. Shane Box on 25, trying to pick up that spare to get himself 1 extra throw. He's got a tight one going on here with Travis Young. Here is Box trying to pick up that spare, and it will not work. And Shane Box will end up with a 180 on his first game of the day. And he will lose the head-to-head matchup. Travis Young has a split to deal with for his final throw, but he already has a 190. Here's Jace Coates down 25. And Coates also looking for 6 straight. Didn't get it as he'll leave up 1 pin. Travis Young lets it rip, trying to pick up a split, and he'll take care of the 1, and that is it. And he will end up with a 191, and he'll win the head-to-head matchup against Shane Box as Box threw a 180. Here is Coates. He picks up his spare. He'll have 1 more throw. As Braden Walla throws down 26. He'll leave up 1. 1 bowler left for each side for the girls, and their first game will be over. Jace Coates, his final throw here in game 1 on 25, misses the head pin. He'll end up with a 239, not too shabby. Walla will pick up his spare. He'll have an extra throw. As Daniel Wilde steps up on 25. Wilde lets it fly. Right on that head pin, and almost got that 10 pin to fall down. It's wobbling. Here's the final throw of the first game for Walla on 26. He'll take a strike. And Walla will end up with a 191. How about that? The first 3 bowlers for Belleville East have all ended up with a 191. Whoops, wrong one. One of those won. Travis Young's 191 was good to go with the head-to-head win. Here is Austin Yates on 26 now for Belleville East. He'll take a strike. And Daniel Wilde ready to try to pick up his spare on 25. Belleville East girls won that first game. Not sure of the head-to-head matches because I'm not keeping track of those. But the Lady Lancers with 1,028 pins to Collinsville's 999. So the Lancers pick up the first win of the day on the girls' side. And that's the first time I've seen the girls lose a team match. Here it is, down 25. And Wildy ends up with a 157. Here is Austin Yates. His final throw nets him a 233. So far, each team has won 2 head-to-head matches with 1 more to go. And here is Hayden LeDrew on 25 for Collinsville. His first throw here in the 10th. And that one's a strike. Head-to-head matches, only 3. Collinsville won 3 of the 5 head-to-head matches. And right now, Belleville East has the lead over on the girls' side. Factor in everything. 7-3. LeDrew down 25. Back-to-back strikes in the 10th. And a turkey overall. Here is Mullenschlatter trying to pick up his spare. He will not. And he will end up with a 190. Three 191s, a 190, and a 233. Collinsville will end up winning this first match. As Belleville East, I believe. Yep, they are finished. They have a 996. Final throw here in this first game by LeDrew, and he misses the head pin just a little bit. And he will end up with a 214. So Collinsville will win 3 of the 5 head-to-head matches and win the overall match 1,037 to 996. That was a fun first match, man. Lots of strikes going on there late in that first match. So Jacob Taylor with a 247, Jace Coates with a 239, and Hayden LeDrew with a 214 all win their head-to-head matches. Shane Box lost by 11 pins in his head-to-head match with his 180. And Austin Yates all over Daniel Wildy, 233 to 157 in that head-to-head match. So a nice job by Collinsville. Gives them a lead as we get ready to head to game number 2 here of the night. And we are going to take a bit of a break and come back and tell you all about game number 2 here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future. To create your inheritance. To build your vision. To anticipate the known and unknown. And to find potential in both. And build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Back here at Camelot Bowl, my name is Todd Duke. Glad that you are with us here on a Wednesday afternoon, the 6th day of December, as we are knee-deep into the Christmas holiday shopping season. And after one game in the books, Collinsville has a 1-0 lead. I know that there's a scoring system that goes on here, but I'm still not that familiar with it. I think I got a cheat sheet coming to me at some point, so maybe I'll start to figure things out a little bit. I know that head-to-head matches and then team matches, and I know that there's a point system involved as well, but I'm just not sure of it right now. All right, only one change to tell you about as far as game number 2 from game number 1. Daniel Wilde, the junior, is out for Collinsville in the number 4 hole. Ashton Price, the senior, who averages a 164 on the year, will come in and take the place of Wilde. As we are beginning the second frame on the boys' side, girls are almost done with 2 frames over there on their side. And myself, Todd Duke, I'm going to step aside for just a minute, let you all enjoy the sights and sounds of Camelot Bowl. I'll go take care of business. Be back in just a moment. Have fun. All right, I'm back. Boys are about ready to begin their third frame. Collinsville is up 135 to 128 after 2 frames in the books. Girls are in the middle of their third frame. So the girls staying just a little bit ahead. Took off the headphones and went up to Coach A, and I'm like, hey, man, how come when I do the girls' games, the boys' games are always ahead? And now that I'm doing the boys' games, the girls' games are ahead. He's like, because their girls are hitting all kinds of strikes. Well, that's good. Take a look at the results that Todd Campbell gave me here from that first girls' matchup. And the high game of that first match belonged to Casey Buckman with a 223. 3 Lady Kahawks over 200 in that first matchup. And Olivia Montgomery with a 205. Emily Dahl with a 201. Layla Jayoko had a 193. She was close. And Taylor Mortis ended up with a 177. 3 girls finished for Belleville East in the 200s as well. 236 was the high, followed by a 213 and a 211. Also throwing a 186 and a 182. And Collinsville lost 1,028 to 999. And see, Todd writes down these scores for me too. And Belleville East ended up with 7 points, while Collinsville ended up with 3. I think that's the way I read that. We'll get some more results as the night rolls on there for Mr. Campbell. He was on the road on Monday, couldn't be here to fill me in on the boys while I was covering the girls. So nice to have him along here as we move right along. In game number 2, frame number 3, and a miss over there on lane 25 by Shane Box going for his spare. No change for Belleville East in their 5 bowlers. And over here on 26, Austin Yates with a strike. Here is Ashton Price, who came in for Daniel Wilde in the number 4 spot. Or excuse me, this is Jace Coates on 25 for Collinsville, and then Ashton Price. Coates, he'll pick up a strike. Belleville East, they have rolled 5 strikes in a row. The last bowler, which is up right now, Josh Mullenschlager, had a strike to end the second. And how about the same thing in the third? So now that is 6 straight strikes as a team for Belleville East. Collinsville has some strikes, but they're kind of scattered all over the place. Nothing in a row yet, except for Taylor and Box in frame number 1 had back-to-back strikes. Here is Ashton Price over on 25 for Collinsville. He'll have a split to deal with. Girls are moving right along over here. Already started their 4th. Price on 25 with a split, and he got it. How about that? Had the 3-6-10 on the right side and the 7 over there in that left-hand corner, and he got one of those 3 pins on the right side to fly on over and take care of that 7. That's a nice pickup. That'll just leave Hayden LeDrew on 25, last bowler here in this 3rd frame. And here is that try coming in strong and left up the 10 pin. Won't have any more bowling for you until the first week of the new year rolls around. Then we'll have a boys game in that first week, and we won't see the girls again, I think, until the 3rd week of January. Boys will be well into their playoffs by then. Hayden LeDrew on 25 trying to take care of this 10 pin. Collinsville will be trailing at the end of 3, despite the fact that that spare was picked up. After 3, Belleville East leads 228 to 219. As we head to the 4th, girls are midway through their 4th. And looks like right now the girls are losing as well, but I won't know for sure until the frame ends. And here is Jacob Taylor with a turkey. 3 straight strikes for Taylor here in this 2nd game. Becker Pacina on 25 leaves up 3. He'll have to deal with the 3, 6, and the 10. Shane Box steps up on 26 right in front of head coach Sean Hay. See the Burger King hat being worn there too. They pass that around as these games go along. Box. He'll pick up a strike, his second strike. After a strike in the first, back-to-back opens in the second and the third. Had a split to deal with, though, in the second. And Becker Pacina is not going to pick up his spare. He'll leave the 3-pin standing. Jace Coates on 26, trying to make it a team turkey here in the fourth. There is that try. And he'll leave up the 10-pin. Travis Young on 25 for the Lancers. Down 25 it goes, and he'll leave up a couple. Jace Coates trying to pick up this 10-pin spare. 10-pin. The 10-pin, not 10 pins. Just the 10-pin is left, and now it's not. So Coates with 2 strikes, a spare, and an open. His open was also a split back in the second. And before Travis Young goes on 25, he's looking for a little assistance, I guess. He's got his hand waving in the air, looking for somebody. Here is Ashton Price, his first strike. 3 straight spares in the first, second, and third, followed by that strike. Collinsville trying to inch their way just a little bit closer, but they have already bowled through 4 here in the fourth. Belleville East is still stuck here waiting on Travis Young. Not sure what he's waiting on. You lose a ball. Hayden LeDrew says, well, I'll go, and how about a strike? So 4 strikes and a spare in that fourth frame for Collinsville, and their fourth frame is over. As we are still waiting for Travis Young to figure out what's going on over here on 25. I think the ball return still has his ball. So we wait. And we wait. All right, I saw 2 balls coming back, so hopefully one of them's his. There it is. And the spare try is successful, so the wait was worth it for the young sophomore Travis Young for Belleville East. Collinsville gets a little bit of a break here as Braden Walla, the number 3 bowler for Belleville East, comes up. Well, at least he doesn't have to wait for anybody on his right to finish up, that's for sure. And down 25 it goes. And he'll leave himself a double split. Walla on 25 trying to deal with this double split down there. 4-7, 6-10. He'll take the 6-10. That'll bring up Austin Yates. After 4, Collinsville has 319. Belleville East still going. A couple more bowlers to go. Austin Yates, who rolled a 233 his first time up. Best score of that first game for Belleville East. Down 25 it goes. He'll leave up the 10-pin. Yates going after that 10-pin. There it is. And now we're down to just Josh Mellenschlatter for Belleville East to finish up this 4th frame. Girls are already almost finished with the 5th frame after that long wait for Travis Young's ball to come back. Mellenschlatter ready on 25 now. And here it goes. Leaves up the 7. Tell you what, if you had to do this just one person at a time like this, that would be a long, long day. With nothing going on 26, I'm kind of at a loss of what to talk about here while we wait for the ball to come back and for the player to pick it up and throw it on down. Here's the try for Mellenschlatter from that 7 pin. He got it, and now the 4th frame is finally over, and Collinsville trailing 347 to 319. As we head to the 5th, girls are into the 6th. Collinsville is trailing big time, 421 to 355. The Lady Kahawks in jeopardy of dropping their first match of the year. Here's Jacob Taylor down 25 for Collinsville, and how about another strike? Taylor with 4 in a row. Had a spare to start off with, since then nothing but strikes. Connor Becker-Pacina on 26, he'll follow suit as well. After a open frame in the 4th. He has 3 strikes and a spare, as well as that open frame. Now Shane Box over on 25 for the Kahawks. And here is Box. And it did get in there. Back-to-back strikes for Shane Box. A double. Here is Travis Young on 26. He has a strike. We'll not have to wait for him to wait for his ball this time, will we? Each team has started off with back-to-back strikes here in the 5th. Jace Coates on 25, trying to keep the strike machine going. And he does. Well, let's see if Braden Awala can keep it going as well on 26. And he does. 6 straight strikes to start off frame number 5 between both Collinsville and Belleville East. Belleville East now has 5 in a row as they had strikes for their number 4 and number 5 bowlers to end the 4th. Here is Austin Price working on a strike himself, and he will take one as well. There's not a strike. That would be Austin Yates. So Collinsville with a chance to pick up at least a couple of pins here maybe. Hayden LeDrew on 25, ready to go. And LeDrew lets it rip down 25. Get over there, get that pin. Oh, push it off. No, it didn't. It slides all the way over to the very edge and would not fall. That prevents Collinsville from striking out the 5th frame. Yates going for his lone pin. He gets it. Man, oh man. Well, what happened to that pin? Hey, you got to put the 10 pin back down there. I don't know what happened to it. Slowly, that 1 pin was sliding that way. Hit that 10 pin enough to move it, but didn't move it enough. Here is Mellenschlatter down 26. As now we have to wait for the 10 pin to be put that back down on 25 before we can end this 5th frame. 4 strikes and a spare in that 5th frame for Belleville East. Collinsville trying to match that here, but we have to wait for that 10 pin to be sat down there. Now they go ahead and put down a whole new 10 pins. There we go. 10 pins ready to go for LeDrew. Girls are almost finished with their 6th frame. Collinsville 1 throw away from beginning their 6th frame. LeDrew on 25. lets it go. And stay up there. Nope, it did not. So Collinsville with a chance to match everything that Belleville East did that frame, failed by 1 pin. After 6 frames in the books, it is Collinsville back up by a pin, 427 to 426. There is Jacob Taylor, and he can't get them all to fall down this time. Connor Becker-Pacina over on 25. First throw for Belleville East here in the 6th frame. Missed the head pin. Taylor has the 2 pin to deal with. Rolled a 247 his first time up. That was the highest mark in that first game for all 10 bowlers. He'll take care of that spare and give way for Shane Box. Becker-Pacina has to deal with the 1, 2, 4, and the 10 over on 25. And here is that try. Oh, how about a nice pickup there? That was a nice spare. Hit that head pin just on that left-hand side, kicked that over to the 10. And the rest of them fell in succession on the left-hand side. Here is Shane Box on 26. Just off the head pin. Got it, but just off. Couldn't pick up that strike. Travis Young on 25 for the Lancers. He'll have a split to deal with. First up to try his spare is Shane Box. He has a little bit of a better opportunity on 26 than Travis Young does on 25. And here is that try by the sophomore, Shane Box. And he leaves one up. We'll see what Travis Young can do with his split over there on 25. It's on the way, and he will leave up 2. Jace Coates now on 26 for Collinsville. Kicks it in, but the 10 pin would not fall. On 25, Walla. He'll take care of all of them. The 10 pin, the last to fall. Coates trying to take care of his only pin left, which is the 10 pin. And that one's going to go in the gutter. Austin Yates now for Belleville East. How about a strike? We'll see if Ashton Price can follow suit on 26. That one off the head pin a little bit, leaves up 3. Josh Mellenschlatter on 25 for Belleville East, readies himself. And here it goes. Nicely done. 3 straight strikes to end that 6th frame for Belleville East. Here is Ashton Price for Collinsville on 26. Brings it in there and picks up a spare. And that'll leave us with Hayden LeDrew to wrap up frame number 6. Girls are almost done with frame number 7. LeDrew. The only one not to pick up a strike in the 5th frame. He'll pick up 8 on the first try to leave himself with 2. One more throw for LeDrew, and the 6th frame will be over. Here is that try on 26. He'll take them both. And the 6th frame in the books, and Collinsville up 535 to 522. Another close game over here for the boys. Girls are trying to come back over there on lanes 27 and 28. Olivia Montgomery has one more ball to throw, and then 7th frame will be over for the girls. Here is Jacob Taylor on 25. He'll leave up 2. Connor Becker-Pacina on 26. And a strike. Lady Calcs are trailing by first glance here of almost 75 pins. Jacob Taylor down 25. Good for the spare. Travis Young down 26. He'll take a strike. Girls are finished with the 7th. And the Calcs trail 653 to 577. Shane Box for Collinsville on lane 25. Hooks that one in there, but can't get them all to fall. 2-pin remains. Braden Walla on 26. And back-to-back strikes to start the 7th, and a turkey for Walla. Team turkey for Belleville East here in the 7th frame. Belleville East girls are on fire over there. Box can't pick up his spare. Collinsville's having a hard time picking up spares here as of late. Back-to-back frames where they've left up 1. This time it was Box. Last time it was Coates. Speaking of Coates, he's up on 25. Already down to the anchor bowler for Belleville East on 26, Josh Mellenschlatter. Here is Coates down 25. Right on that head pin, leaves up 1. And a strike to finish up the 7th. And a turkey for Mellenschlatter, and Belleville East is going to give everything they got for this comeback, and they looking pretty solid right now. Here is Coates trying to pick up his spare. He does. 8 straight strikes now for Belleville East. Every player for the Lancers got a strike in the 7th. Final 3 got a strike in the 6th. And the 6th and the 7th is where Collinsville did their damage in that first game when they got 11 straight, 13 of 15, added in that 5th frame as well. Calcs are going to need something special here in the 8th and the 9th because I have a feeling after this frame is over with, Collinsville is going to be trailing. We'll find out soon. Here is Hayden LeDrew on 25. He's the final bowler here in the 7th. He'll pick up a strike, and the 7th frame comes to a close, and Collinsville now trails 632 to 612. Another tight one going on here on the guys' side. Jacob Taylor steps up on 26 as we begin the 8th. And a strike for Taylor. Had 4 in a row from the 2nd to the 5th. Back-to-back spares in the 6th and the 7th. Now a strike here in the 8th. Becker-Pacina on 25. Looking for back-to-back strikes himself. And he'll get it. Shane Box on 26 for Collinsville. Trying to come back after back-to-back open frames. Those will kill you, man. Curve it on in there. Oh, missed the head pin. The 1 and then the 2 and the 8 remain. Travis Young now on 25 for the Lancers. Young has that double hand, underhand throw. Kind of swings that ball out to the right-hand side. Whips it around there with both hands. He's got a 7-10 split to deal with. Shane Box trying to pick up his spare on 26. And he will leave the sleeper pin. 8-pin wouldn't go down. Saw it move a little bit, but that was about it. Travis Young, 7-10 split on 25. Going for the 7. Hits it head on. No chance for it to swing on over and hit that 10. The rarest of splits to ever try to pick up. Here's Jace Coates on 26 for Collinsville. He'll leave up 1. Braden Walla on 25. Couldn't get that curve to break and missed the head pin. Leaves the 1 and the 2 up. Coates trying to take care of his 9-pin. He will. Walla has the 1 and the 2 to deal with on 25 for the Lancers, and he'll take care of those. Ashton Price steps up to lane 26 for Collinsville. He also uses 2 hands when he throws and couldn't get that thing to break, and he'll have to deal with the 1, 2, 4 on the left and the 10-pin stuck back in the right-hand corner. Austin Yates on 25 now for the Lancers. Ladies have just begun their 9th frame. And the 5-pin remains for Yates. He stares it down for a while. Ashton Price on 26. Price lets it fly. Oh, almost kicked that 1 pin over there in that 10, but he'll have an open frame. Yates on 25. Trying to take care of that 5-pin, which he does. Now Hayden LeDrew steps up on 26. And that try is on the way. A little bit too much movement, and he left himself a split. $7-10, and right in front of the 10 is the 6-pin. Here is Mullenschlatter on 25 now for Belleville East. He'll take a strike, and that is 4 in a row for him. Too many open frames here for Collinsville. 2 in this frame, 1 in the last frame, 1 in the 6th as well, and the 5th. LeDrew takes care of the 2 on the right, leaves up the 7-pin, and we are through 8, and it's 7:57 for Belleville East and 6:96 for Collinsville. 9th frame is here. Girls are midway through their 9th. Jacob Taylor on 25 with another strike. Back-to-back for him. And Becker Pacina on 26 for Belleville East. And a strike again. A turkey for Becker Pacina. Shane Box on 25 for Collinsville. Can't get that 7 to fall. Just for this last bit of this game? Okay. All right. Brody Hoganson is going to come in for Shane Box. So that is Hoganson on 25. He'll miss the 7-pin. Braden Awala on 26 for the Lancers. Right on that head pin. Picks up a strike. Chase Coates on 25 for Collinsville. He'll leave up one. Austin Yates on 26 now for the Lancers. He'll have a split to deal with. Chase Coates on 25. One pin to deal with, and he'll take care of it. Yates going for this split here. And that was a nice try. Got to try to nick that other pin over there on the left-hand side. He almost did it. Here is Ashton Price for Collinsville on 25. Just barely got the head pin, and he'll have to deal with a 2-8 sleeper. The Lady Cahoks are losing 870 to 755 as they start the 10th. Here's Josh Mullenschlatter. Mullenschlatter with another strike. That is 5 in a row for him. Ashton Price on 25 for Collinsville has the 2-8 sleeper, and he will get him despite coming in wide from right to left. It works sometimes, just not all the time. And here is Hayden LeDrew on 25 to end the 9th for the boys. And he'll do, oh, I thought that 10 pin was going to fall. It did not budge whatsoever. Right now, before Collinsville even throws this final ball, they're trailing by 100. 863 to 763. And the best that LeDrew can do is make it 764. So Collinsville will be down by 99 pins or 100 pins heading into the 10th. And it'll be 100 because he missed. 863 to 763, a 100 pin lead for Belleville East here on the boys' side of things. Girls' side of things are through one bowler in the 10th as Jacob Taylor gets us going here in the 10th on the guys' side. Down 26, Taylor's first ball in the 10th. Gets a strike. He'll get a couple of extras. That's a turkey for Taylor here. Becker Pacina on 25 now for Belleville East. He'll leave up the 10 pin. Taylor with another here in the 10th. And back-to-back strikes in the 10th, 4 in a row for Taylor. Becker Pacina trying to give himself an extra throw, and he will as he takes care of that 10 pin. And one final throw coming up here for Taylor for Collinsville on 26 to end his second game. And here it goes. Oh, left up one. Taylor rolled a 247 in his first game and has a 256 here in this one. Here is Becker Pacina's final throw of this first game. He'll take a strike, and he will end up with a 214. So Jacob Taylor picks up the head-to-head win as Shane Box gets ready to throw over here on 26. Or excuse me, that is not Box. He got replaced by Hoganson. Hoganson will leave up the 10 pin. Travis Young will leave up the 8 pin. Young for Belleville East will go first on 25. 1 pin to pick up for an extra roll here in the 10th. And he'll get it. Hoganson on 26 for Collinsville, trying to pick up that 10 pin to give himself one more throw, and he will get it as well. Travis Young, his final throw over on 25 here in this 10th frame. Now, resets his feet, steps back. Now he appears ready, and here he goes. Left up the 10 pin. So Travis Young will end up with a 173. He will win the head-to-head match. Hoganson had to go get another ball. So, Braden Wallace says, if you're not ready, I am. Here he goes down 25 for the Lancers. He'll pick up a strike. Have a couple more to go here in the 10th. Hoganson on 26. The extra ball did not pay off. And the combination of Shane Box and Brody Hoganson ends up with a 130. So Travis Young, back-to-back head-to-head matches for him. Walla on 25, first of his 2 extra. He'll have another strike. Jace Coates on 26, waits for Layla Jayoko to throw on 27. She does, and now Coates is ready to go. Here is that try. Travels in and hits the left side of the head pin. Almost worked for him. Left up the 5, though. Final throw for Braden Walla on 25 for the Lancers. Looks like he's going to win his head-to-head matchup as well. And he'll leave 1 pin up. But Walla will end up with a 212. Jace Coates had a 239 in his first game, and looks like he's going to be well below that. Here's his final throw in game number 2. He'll pick up the spare and have one more ball coming to him. Austin Yates over on 25 for Belleville East. The number 4 bowler for the Lancers will throw his first ball down 25. And leave up 1. Final throw here in game number 2 for Jace Coates. Down 26, and here it is. He'll pick up a strike and end up with a 169. So Walla will win that head-to-head matchup after Coates took care of Walla in that first game, and Austin Yates will pick up a spare over on 25. He'll have 1 extra throw. Ashton Price on 26 for Collinsville. He got it in there. Came in from the opposite side, but it still worked. One more throw coming up here for Austin Yates. He bowled a 233 his first time up. He will not hit that mark this time around. He'll leave up, nothing. Left up a split there for a second, but then a pin came in and took care of both of them. 192 for Yates in his second game. Here is Ashton Price. One more of his 2 throws in the 10th left. He'll leave up 2. Lady Lancers picked up more pins on the second frame, their second game, than they did the first. One more bowler for Collinsville, and that second game will be over for the girls. Mullenschlatter hits a strike. Final throw for Price is a good one. He picks up his spare and ends up with a 188. So already 3 head-to-head wins for Belleville East here in this second game with 1 bowler left on each side. Olivia Montgomery finishes things up for the Lady Kahawks over here on 27. And Belleville East wins that matchup. 1,051 pins to 911. So Belleville East more pins than their first game. Collinsville less. Kahawks had 999 in their first one. That was a nice throw by Hayden LeDrew. Back-to-back strikes by Josh Mellenschlatter. He has 1 more throw left. Lancers are going to win this second game after Collinsville took care of the first one. And this time it does not end in a strike for Mellenschlatter, but he ends up with a 266. Not shabby. So Belleville East will win 4 of the 5 head-to-head matches here in this second game, and they'll win the second game as well. Here is LeDrew. He'll leave the 10 pin, and that'll be the last try that he will have here in game number 2. So the girls are going to lose here tonight. It's going to be their first loss on the year. They lost 4 of the 5 head-to-head matches as well in that second game. Final throw in game number 2 for Hayden LeDrew. Had a 214 his first time up. And he'll take care of the 10 pin and end up with a 174 in the second game. 1,057 pins for Belleville East, 917 for Collinsville. So we will head to the rubber match, so to speak. As we head to the third and final game of the night. 1 team win each. Collinsville has won 4 head-to-head matches. 6 head-to-head matches Belleville East has won. So right now Belleville East has the slight advantage. It is time for us to take a break, and we will be back to tell you all about game number 3 after we do take that timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com, or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the Kahok Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily, with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. 618-344-3530.
Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family owned and operated by former Kahok since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KayakSports.com and the Kayak Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KayakSports.com.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Once again, we welcome you back to Camelot Bowl. We have a close one going on here on the boys' side. I think the girls have already lost. It'll be their first head-to-head loss on the year, if so. They dropped the first 2 team matches. And as far as the head-to-head matches go, they have won 4 of 10. That's pretty much the same thing Collinsville has done, except Collinsville won the first team match. The boys did. And Belleville East has won 6 of the 10 head-to-head matches, both the boys and the girls. But the boys got the team win in that first match. The girls did not, so it looks like the girls are not going to win here tonight. The boys still have a chance. 6 of 10 head-to-head matches went to Belleville East, but they have split the team games, so we will all find out together. But yours truly is going to take another break here, and I'll be back. You enjoy the sights and the sounds of Camelot Bowl and all of these lovely chants that these guys have going on here. And I'll be back to provide you with some more play-by-play here in just a moment. Enjoy. Hello again. All right, one change to tell you about for Collinsville. Well, not much of a change. Brady Hoganson stays in for Shane Box for this third and final game. Ashton Price, who came in for Daniel Wilde at the second game, will stay in for this third game as well, and absolutely no changes for Belleville East. So, here we go. We are in the third frame, both the boys and the girls. Girls are almost finished with their third frame. Boys have a few more bowlers left to go before they do. But right now, for Collinsville, here is Hayden LeDrew on lane 26. Had a open and a spare to start off in the first two frames. And we'll try to pick up a spare here in the third as well. Over on lane 25, that is Austin Yates. And he'll pick up a strike. He had a strike in the first, an open in the second, and now a strike here in the third. And for Belleville East, spare strike in the third with Josh Mullenschlatter coming up last. And for Collinsville, spare strike. And now Hayden LeDrew trying to pick up a spare. Close game over here on the boys' side. And LeDrew, down 26, picks up a spare. As Mullenschlatter lets it rip down 25 for Belleville East. And a strike to end frame number 3. And after 3 frames in the books, Collinsville up 232 to 208. Over on the girls' side, Lady Kahawks are down 264 to 207. So the Lady Kahawks are struggling a bit here tonight. Not usual for them, but it happens. Not going to go through a whole season without losing a match, that's for sure. All right, here is Jacob Taylor down 25. Jacob with a 247 and a 256 in his first 2 games. He is moving right along. Had a strike, spare, and now he'll have to try to spare here in the fourth as well, as will Connor Becker-Pacina, but Becker-Pacina is going to have a little bit of a mess to deal with. Taylor on 25, a little bit of an easier time of it, and he'll take care of that spare. Becker-Pacina on 26 has the 1, 2, and the 8, and then the 10 pin stuck back in that right corner. Here's that try. He'll take care of everything except the 10. Braden Hoganson came in during the last couple of frames for Shane Box in that second game. He'll get this whole third game to himself most likely. Down 25 it goes, and he'll pick up a strike. Second strike here for him. Back-to-back strikes after back-to-back spares in the first 2 frames. Travis Young takes care of a strike on 26 for Belleville East. And the number 3 bowlers for each team ready to go now. Here's Jace Coates on 25 for Collinsville. It's on the way. And he'll pick up a strike. He's kind of surprised with that look on his face. There's Braden Walla on 26 for Belleville East. He'll leave the 10 pin. Todd Coleman back there explaining to me the point system. He's going to send it in a message on the Kahok Sports Network's Facebook page so I can make sure I have that with me. I'll write it down somewhere and keep it with me in my bowling file. Walla will take care of his spare on 26. Ashton Price on 25, ready to let it go. He'll miss the head pin, leave himself a split to pick up. 1, 2, 4, and then the 10 in the corner. Austin Yates readies himself on 26. It's a point system. I think I've got it figured out, but I want to make sure I get it right as I go home and write up the story on the Facebook page. Strike for Yates, and no spare for Price. Hard to pick that up, but valiant effort anyway. So we're down to our anchor bowlers here in the 4th. Girls have just finished the 4th. They're in the 5th. 283 for Collinsville, 346 for Belleville East. So the Lancers are running up the score against Collinsville here today. Here is Hayden LeDrew with a strike on 25. That is his first strike here in this 3rd game. Here is Josh Mullenschlatter on 26 for Belleville East. He'll pick up a strike as well. Back-to-back for him and his 3rd strike here in this 3rd game of the 4 frames already in the books. And Collinsville out front 328 to 302 in game number 3. So 5 points are awarded for each team win. And then 1 point for each head-to-head win. And then you add up the total team scores for all 3 games. Whoever has the most gets 4 extra points. Most you can get is 40. I believe I got that right. Connor Becker Pacina on 25 left up a pin after Jacob Taylor starts off with a strike. So Taylor with a strike in the 1st, a strike in the 5th, and sandwiched into the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, all spares. Brady Hoganson on 26 now for Collinsville. They'll have a split to deal with. Becker Pacina trying to pick up this 8 pin over on 25, and he will. Once I get this whole point system figured out down pat, I'll stop just putting team games up on the scoreboard, and I'll put points up there. But that'll have to wait till January. That's our next match here at Camelot. Won't be until the year 2024 has arrived. Coming up soon, here is Hoganson. He'll take care of the 2 on the right, leave the 2 up on the left. Meanwhile, Braden Walla on 25 for Belleville East. He'll pick up a strike as well. His first strike after 4 straight spares to start off this 3rd game. Here is Jace Coates on 26 now for Collinsville. Working on back-to-back strikes and looking for his 4th strike here in these first 5 frames, and he'll have to wait for that 4th strike. Yates on 25. He'll pick up a strike. Belleville East not going away. Jace Coates on 26 trying to pick up a spare. Coates takes care of his spare. Already down to Josh Mullenschlatter for Belleville East because three straight strikes will move things right along. There is Mellenschlatter, and he will leave the 7-pin up, despite all kinds of pins flying around it. Ashton Price now on 26 for Collinsville. Girls are just now starting their 6th frame. And Collinsville still trailing 469 to 390. Strike for Ashton Price. Here is the spare pickup for Mellenschlatter. Now Hayden LeDrew will wait for Olivia Montgomery to finish up on 27. She does, so LeDrew will go. And LeDrew almost threw that one into the gutter. It stays up, but he'll leave up the 1 and the 2 pin. And LeDrew, one more throw before Collinsville's boys move to the 6th. LeDrew ready to go. It's on the way. And that one's good after 5 frames in the books. Collinsville still up, but only by 9 pins, 420 to 411. 6th frame getting underway here for the boys. Girls are already 2 bowlers into their 6th frame. So we're almost even. Here is Jacob Taylor, who missed the head pin. That doesn't happen to him very often. Connor Becker-Pacina over on 26. He'll leave the 10. One, 2, and the 8 for Jacob Taylor to pick up, who's had a pretty good night, 247 and a 256. He's the only bowler for either Belleville East or Collinsville that has, missed that sleeper pin, that 8 pin, that has 2 200 games. Excuse me. Becker-Pacina picks up that 10 pin. Brady Hoganson on 25 for Collinsville. On the way, and a strike for the young sophomore, who comes in averaging a 179 on the year. Here is Travis Young on 26. He'll pick up a strike as well. And a turkey for Travis Young. Jace Coates on 25. There it goes. How about back-to-back strikes by Collinsville? Walla. Will get a strike as well. Took a minute. That final pin did fall. Ashton Price ready to go on 25 for the Kahawks. And that one looks pretty good, and there you go. Collinsville with 3 straight strikes after the spare by, 3 straight strikes after the open frame by Jacob Taylor. Yates takes a strike as well. And that's 4 in a row for him. Hayden LeDrew ready on 25 for Collinsville. And a strike for LeDrew. So Collinsville with 4 straight strikes after Taylor's open frame. And now Josh Mellenschlatter trying to make it 4 straight strikes for Belleville East. And he'll lead. Whoa, he'll get that one down there. That one fell last. Well, they started off with a spare, though, so that's advantage to Belleville East. Collinsville now trailing by 20 pins, 528 to 508. as we head to frame number 7. Girls just started frame number 7. Collinsville trailing 579 to 494. Olivia Montgomery, or excuse me, Casey Buckman just picked up turkey. Here's Jacob Taylor trying to erase that sour taste of an open frame out of his mouth. And now he'll turn around. Come back and look for a different ball. So, Connor Becker-Pacino will go first on 25 instead. He'll leave up 3. Now Taylor's ready on 26. And a strike. That's how you get that sour taste out of your mouth of an open frame. Becker-Pacino on 25. Going for his spare. And he'll leave up that sleeper. Brady Hoganson on 26 now for Collinsville. Hit that head pin a little bit too heavy. Leaves himself a split. Travis Young on 25 now for Belleville East will leave himself a split, only he has 5 pins instead of 4. 4, 7, and the 3 and the 6. Oh, wait, Hoganson. 4, 7, and then 6, 8, and 10 for Travis Young. And a nice try there by Hoganson, but he just couldn't hit that 3 pin over there on that right side far enough to make it kick over to hit the 2 on the left. Here's Travis Young's try on 25. He'll take the 3 on the right and leave up the 2 on the left as well. Jace Coates now on 26 for the Kahawks. And a strike for Mr. Coates. Well, looks like Travis Young stepped on the line and got a foul. So the 3 pins that he knocked down on the right will not count. Ashton Price now on 26. And that one looks pretty good. There you go. A turkey for Ashton Price, the senior. Came in with a 164 average. Braden Walla with a strike himself, and he now has a turkey. And here is Hayden LeDrew. LeDrew on 26, looking for back-to-back strikes, and he will not get it. He'll leave up the 7. Austin Yates on 25 for Belleville East is looking for his 5th straight strike. That try is on the way. And how about 5 straight? LeDrew trying to pick up a spare here. He'll pick that spare up. And now it's all up to Josh Mellenschlatter to get us out of the 7th frame. Collinsville will still be trailing at the end of this frame no matter what he does, and he'll leave up the 10 pin. Collinsville is finished with their 7th. One more throw for Mellenschlatter, and Belleville East will be as well. He'll pick up that 10 pin, and after 7 frames in the book, Belleville East has a lead of 641 to 604. Jacob Taylor on 25 gets the 8th frame started. Ooh, leaves up 4. One of them's wobbling and one of them moved. The pin setter luckily caught it before it ended up stopping as it came down. Here is Becker Pacina on 26 with another strike. Taylor coming off of a strike after he had an open frame in the 6th. Trying to pick up this spare, and he will. Nicely done there. Excuse me, Travis Young on 26 for Belleville East. He'll leave up the 7. I don't think he's very happy about that foul on that second throw in the 7th. Travis Young is ready to go down 26. He'll pick up his spare. Brady Hoganson on 25 with his first throw here in the 8th. He'll leave up 3. Oh, make that 2. 10-pin fell down late. Voila. On 26, Braden lets it go. And another strike. That would be a 4-pack for Mr. Walla. Jace Coates, or excuse me, Hoganson still has a couple of pins to pick up on 25. Coates is next. Spare picked up. Here is Austin Yates on 26 for Belleville East. Right at that head pin, but that's strength right there. Excuse me. Coates over on 25 has to wait for his JV counterpart to throw down 24. That ball's on the way. Now Coates is ready. Swing it on over there. There you go. Josh Mullenschlatter, the anchor bowler for Belleville East, all ready to go down 26. He'll leave up a couple. And Ashton Price now ready to go on 25 for the Kahawks. Leaves up the 10-pin. Oh, no, he did not. Came down late. And a 4-pack now for Ashton Price. Here is Mullenschlatter going for his 2-pin spare, and he'll leave up the 10-pin. Austin Yates with 6 straight strikes now. Here's Hayden LeDrew. LeDrew leaves up the 10-pin. So East is finished. One more throw, and that's coming from Hayden LeDrew on 25, and Collinsville will be finished with the 8th. And we'll move our way to the 9th. 9th frame already just underway. Collinsville ladies trailing 805 to 690. There's LeDrew's final throw. That'll take care of the 8th frame. And we head to the 9th with Collinsville trailing 738 to 713. It's a close one. Head-to-head matches all look a little close as well. Here is Jacob Taylor. Taylor on 26 gets a strike. Taylor's 4th strike here in this 3rd and final game of the night. Jacob Taylor ended that first game with 8 straight strikes. And a split for Connor Becker-Pacina over on 25 will help Collinsville's cause. Here is Brady Hoganson. Hoganson down 26. Get in there. Oh, he'll have a split to deal with as well. A few more pins to deal with, so maybe. The 3, 6, 10. One of those 3 pins can swing it on over there and hit that 7-pin. And nice try over there by Becker Pacina, but 1 pin remains. So an open frame for Belleville East. Let's see if Hoganson's got some magic in this next throw. Got that cue ball out there. And he'll miss that head pin and leave up 2. Here's Travis Young down 25. He'll have a split to deal with as well. Splitsville big time on 25 and 26. Jace Coates now on 26 for the Kahawks. And a strike for Jace Coates. I don't think he was too happy with the footing. Well, that's 4 in a row for Mr. Coates. Here's the try at that split for Young, but he'll only take care of the 10 pin, and 2 open frames now, back to back, to start off this 9th frame for Belleville East. Collinsville's chance to take advantage here. Here is Ashton Price. Price looking for something big and can't get the 7 to fall. He was on 4 straight, looking for 5 straight. Couldn't get it to go, though. Braden Walla on 25 wants anything but a spare, or a split, excuse me. And he'll get one anyway. How about a double split? And unfortunately for Travis Young, he stepped on the line again. That is his 2nd foul in his last 3 frames. So that 1 pin that he did get won't count. Collinsville trying to take advantage of some mistakes here by Belleville East. Hayden LeDrew steps up after Price could not finish up with that spare. LeDrew will take a strike, though. Here is Austin Yates over on 25 with a impossible spare to pick up. The only thing he picked up was the 10 pin. So 3 straight open frames to start the 9th here for Belleville East. Collinsville has 2 themselves, but they have 3 strikes in the 9th frame. They're already finished with the 9th. Yates up on 25 now for Belleville East. Lancers have 2 more bowlers to go before we finish the 9th. And the first one is Yates, and that's down the middle. He'll pick up a strike. That'll help. And now Josh Mellenschlatter will come up and see if he can do the same thing. That is 7 in a row now for Austin Yates. Trying to match the 8 in a row by Jacob Taylor in tonight's first game. Josh Mellenschlatter, he's ready to go on 25. Girls just now started their 10th. And a strike will send the boys to the 10th as well. After 9 frames in the books, it has gotten a lot closer. Belleville East has 8:32. Collinsville has 8:24. So only a 8-pin difference between the two as we head into this final frame of the night. JV boys are just into their 6th frame. JV girls are into their 8th. Here is Jacob Taylor to start the 10th for Collinsville on 25. And he starts one with a strike. Connor Becker-Pacina on 26. For Belleville East, he'll start with a strike. All right, now the head-to-head edge goes to Jacob Taylor. Each bowler has 2 balls left to throw, and Taylor has a 27-pin lead. Taylor ready on 25. Here it goes. Oh, missed the head pin. That's not good. Becker-Pacina on 26 trying to take advantage. He will with a strike. One more ball for each of these first bowlers for each team. Jacob Taylor, his final throw of the night. Down lane 25 it goes. Oh, almost got that kick over there to that 10 pin, but he'll leave it open. And Taylor will end up with a 189. First time tonight he has not been over 200. Here is Connor Becker-Pacina with his final throw, and he'll end up with a strike. And he will end up with a 168. So Jacob Taylor wins all 3 head-to-head matches against Connor Becker-Pacina. Here is Brady Hoganson. Hoganson down 25 with a strike. Here's Travis Young. He has 2 fouls in this final game, and you can tell by the look on his face he's not happy. He'll pick up a strike, but he did not smile when he came back. I'm sure he is very upset at himself for 2 fouls, 1 in the 7th and 1 in the 9th. Hoganson on 25. Well, he's going to let Travis Young go first. Young, another strike. Trying to end with a turkey in the 10th. Hoganson wants to do the same thing, needs a strike here in the 10th frame on 25, and he will, oh man, that 7-pin wouldn't go, and there's a pin spinning right in front of it. Boy, oh boy. Final throw of the night for Travis Young, down 26. And he'll knock down 7 of the 10. And his third and final game will be a 177. Here's the final throw of the night for Hoganson. He'll miss that 7-pin. And he will end up with a 160. So Travis Young wins all 3 of his head-to-head matches as well. Now to our third bowlers. Here is Braden Walla on 26 for Belleville East. With a strike. Jace Coates wants to answer. Coates is looking for his 5th strike in a row. Here he goes down 25. Oh, can't get it and left himself with a split. Braden Walla wants another strike. On the way. He'll leave a split. Oh, boy. Well, what you want to see in the 10th frame, any frame for that matter, but especially the 10th in a close match. Jace Coates down 25, going for his split first, and he will take care of 1 and tried to slide it over there to hit the other one, but just didn't work. And he will end up with a 223, will Jace Coates. Meanwhile, Ashton Price is like, I'm going. Here is Walla with his final throw of the night on 26. He'll take care of 1. And end up with a 203. So Coates will win that head-to-head matchup. He'll win 2 of the 3 head-to-head matchups against Walla. Price on 25. Got a strike, but he's got a lot to deal with here as he's up against Austin Yates, who has 7 strikes in a row coming into this throw. Left 2 up did Price. Yates, his first throw here in the 10th. Off the head pin. So 7 in a row will end, and he will not get number 8. Most likely on his way to win the head-to-head matchup, though. Right now, he has about a 35-pin lead. Here's the final throw of the night for Ashton Price, who came in after game 1 for Daniel Wilde, and Ashton Price will end up with a 194. He will not win the head-to-head match. Yates has 1 more throw. But in the meantime, Hayden LeDrew will step up to 25 and throw his first ball here in the 10th. And a strike. Yates, his final throw of the night, down 26. He's got a sleeper back there as well. He'll take care of all of it, though. And Yates will end up with a 233, matches his game number 1 total, and he will win all 3 head-to-head matches. LeDrew with a strike to start the 10th. His first of 2 extras coming up here on 25. Oh, I'm sorry, Yates has one more ball to go. He already won the head-to-head matchup. It's just going to be by more now. He'll pick up another strike and end up with a 243. LeDrew, 1 pin left to deal with, and the night will be over for Collinsville. Looks like he's going to let Josh Mullenschlater go first. Maybe. Nope. Decided that the Lancer Jr. was taking too long, so he'll go up there and see if he can pick off this final pin. It's on the way, and he'll miss it. And LeDrew will end up with a 195. As Mullenschlater leaves 1 pin. He'll need to pick that up to have a chance to eclipse the 195 by LeDrew. And he will pick that up and have one more throw to end the night. Collinsville will lose the team game. They have a final up there of 691. And Belleville East has a total up there right now of 965 and still one more. And a strike will give Mullenschlater a 184. So LeDrew will win that head-to-head matchup. Belleville East will win the match, 975 to 961. Girls, Collinsville is done. They have a 931. They will lose both matches. And there's only one more bowler left on the girls' side. So I'll have to do my adding. I'll have Todd Campbell come over here and help me out during our post-game commercial break before I can figure out who won this boys contest. $1,023. Belleville East in the thousands, all 3 of their games for the girls, and the Lady Kahawks in the 900s, all 3 games. So 1,023 to 931. And the final game of the night for the girls. Boys are over as well. We are into our post-game show now, brought to you tonight by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting collinsvillefoundation.com.
The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates the revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at collinsvilledailynews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at collinsvilledailynews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Trying to get used to this whole point thing. Collinsville lost here tonight. Final was 26-14 when you do all the point scoring and stuff. But as Eli Hay joins us now, see, I got to get used to this point thing. I'm not used to it yet because I'm a little confused on it. But it seems like it was a lot closer than a final of 26-14 would indicate.
Yeah, I mean, we needed to catch that last game. We also you get a point per individual game head-to-head. You get 5 points for a win of the game. And then at the end of the 3 games, you get another individual point based on the 3-game series head-to-head against each line, and then another 5 points for overall series. So overall, it's out of 40 points. We got 14 of them. We got 5 of which in that first game, and then the rest of ours came on individual points. We got We only got 1 point in that second game, and that honestly put us back in a hole, and we dug ourselves in too much of a deep hole to climb out of that third game.
Well, yeah, that's because Mr. Austin Yates was on fire there at the end of that game.
Yeah, absolutely.
He had 7 straight strikes, but let's go back to that first game for a moment, man. Jacob Taylor, 8 straight strikes to end that first game, and as a team, you guys at one point had 11 straight strikes and 13 out of 15 in the middle of that game.
Yeah, no, we found the line. I mean, this team's more than capable of finding the line and hitting it and being consistent with it. It's just we're having issues in between games of just, I mean, that line doesn't change. It becomes inconsistencies of actually hitting the line again. We just lose focus and get off of it, and once you do that, you miss transitions on the lane, and you get behind that. I mean, you just keep falling behind the more you keep missing, and that's what we did that second game. We really fell behind a lot of that transition, and then by the third game, we were just trying to catch up on everything, and at that point, it was just too late.
Yeah, you brought in the senior Ashton Price to take over that last game after Daniel Wilde, or actually after the final 2 games, and he did pretty well for himself. He had a little streak going for himself as well.
Yeah, he's capable of striking. He can put it in the pocket, and he's normally pretty good on the spares. He came in and did well. He put some balls in the pocket.
All right, so where do you guys go from here? You don't have another game until when?
We have a tournament
Tuesday.
Saturday. We have a tournament Saturday at Belleville. So it's just varsity boys. Another tournament where we're going to see a lot of the good teams in Southern Illinois.
So you guys are not up at Strike Fest this weekend, are you?
Varsity girls are
varsity
up at Strike
girls,
Fest,
yeah.
And then boys varsity will be down at Belleville with JV girls.
Yeah, so you guys got back-to-back road games, Tuesday against Belleville West and then Wednesday against Edwardsville. So nothing comes easy, does it?
No, it's constant action. I mean, we never slow down, and it's good for them. We want to get as much experience while they're here for the 4 years. I mean, we just try to get them on the lanes as much as possible so they can see as much as possible.
So when do you get to throw in some practices there, do you?
We have a practice tomorrow. We'll have 1 practice this week and 1 practice next week. We need them. Obviously, our spares tonight, they were better than they were on Monday, but we still need to shore them up and get them to the point where we can be consistent and comfortable no matter where we go.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you hanging out with us in the pregame and the postgame show. We won't be covering bowling again until the first week of January, so I wish you and your family a happy holiday and a happy new year, sir.
You do the same.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, that is Eli Hay. He's in charge of the boys team this year for his father, Coach Sean Hay, and that is going to do it for us here tonight. We are back at you tomorrow. We have hockey for the first time in a while after a couple of games got canceled over at the Recplex last week, so we haven't seen the hockey team play in a while. It's Collinsville versus Edwardsville at the RP Lumber Center. That's scheduled for an 8:30 game, so we'll be on the air somewhere around 8:15 with pregame coverage, and then we'll round out our week with a little boys basketball action at East St. Louis on Friday. Again, a big thank you to Eli Hay joining us in the pre and the postgame show. My name is Todd Duke, and until tomorrow night, for those of you that want to watch some hockey, everybody have yourselves a fantastic rest of your Wednesday.